Hello, welcome. My name is Olivia Blackham. I am a trainer here at Wakefield Council as part of the Here for Business team. And today I'm here to talk to you about anaphylaxis. So, in this session today, you will understand what allergic reactions are, recognize anaphylaxis, and understand how to deal with an anaphylactic reaction. So let's get started. What is an allergy? An allergy is when the body mistakenly sees something that comes into contact with the body as a threat. This can provoke a very uncomfortable reaction, from as minimal to a rash, to nausea, to diarrhea, all the way to a life-threatening reaction known as anaphylaxis. People can be allergic to a variety of different things. There are lots of different things to be allergic to. This can include insect stings, medications such as penicillin, latex, pollen, dander such as fur and feathers, and also food. There are 14 most common food allergies that are considered by the FSA, and they are definitely worth having a further look into because allergic reactions can happen at any time and they often happen unexpectedly. As the first time a person interacts with an allergen, for example, the first time a person ingests milk, they will not have an immediate reaction. The reaction will occur the second time they have it, as in that first time the body determines it is a threat. The second time the body is prepared to attack in the form of an allergic reaction. So why is this important? Around 20 million people in the UK suffer from allergies, and 1 in 6 experience severe symptoms requiring medical attention, meaning they have had anaphylactic reactions. Allergies cost the NHS £1 billion a year, and 10 people die every year in England and Wales just due to food allergies. So it is definitely of grave concern for us all. So how can we help? Many restaurants now provide allergen matrices where all the ingredients in their various meals are written down to determine whether or not there are allergens present. Looking into restaurants in advance of going to them with people with known allergens can be fantastic to make sure that they are safe for the people with those allergies. As well, taking food and allergen safety training is really essential to better understanding how you can support somebody with a food allergy in particular. All businesses should be considering food and allergen safety training to making sure that their food produced is as safe as possible. As well, anaphylaxis training is very key in being able to support somebody if they ever do go into an anaphylactic reaction. Anaphylaxis training is delivered as part of first aid at work training, but we can also deliver refresher training courses on this. And another fantastic tool out there created by Wakefield Council is AllergyPal. AllergyPal is a free to use online training tool which teaches people how they may come into contact with allergens in a catering environment as their workplace and how they can best look after those with allergies with this in mind. So, what is the difference between an allergic reaction and an anaphylactic reaction? On the left, we have a common allergic reaction. As I said, could include a rash, nausea, vomiting. But an anaphylactic reaction is when the airway, breathing, and circulation can all potentially be compromised, making the body at grave risk of shutting down entirely. So we need to act quickly. So there are 3 various ways we categorize our signs and symptoms. The first up is airway. So for an anaphylactic reaction, it's very common to have a swollen tongue, a persistent cough, strained voice, and difficulty swallowing, particularly if it has been ingested. Then we have breathing. So many people will struggle to breathe, experience noisy breathing, may even sound like wheezing, and a persistent cough. And then we come to circulation, so particularly if there's been skin-to-skin contact or it's been in the air around them. Some people have such sensitive allergies that simply inhaling can cause reaction. This can cause feeling lightheaded, faint, dizzy, pale skin, or a rash or mottled skin or hives. So you will not get both, you'll get one or the other. Confusion, low blood pressure, and eventually unconsciousness. You can have multiple symptoms as part of an allergic reaction, but not necessarily all. So in an anaphylactic reaction, we need to be really careful, not wait for more symptoms to appear, because the more that appear, the more dangerous the situation is. If a casualty experiencing an anaphylactic reaction becomes unconscious and they are not breathing, we need to start CPR immediately. So now we are going to watch a video on how we can help somebody in an anaphylactic reaction.
If you suspect a casualty may be suffering from anaphylaxis, it's important to understand if this is occurring or not. So you want to start off with a series of questions, asking them, is this normal for you? Have you experienced anything like this before, or do you get any allergies, or could this be an allergic reaction? If you determine that yes, you suspect this is a severe allergic reaction known as anaphylaxis, you want to call 999 immediately, get emergency help, and emphasise anaphylaxis for life-saving treatment. Then you want to ask the casualty if they have an auto-injector, also known as an EpiPen. Okay? If they have one, then you want to get them down on the floor and elevate their legs. Then you want to take their auto-injector, holding it like a dagger, remove the cap, and then at a distance from the leg with force, 1, 2, 3, push in till it clicks, and then hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Put the lid on and discard in a sharps box. Then, after 5 minutes, if the casualty is still unwell or isn't getting any better, take their second auto-injector. Hold like a dagger, remove the lid in their other leg, 1, 2, 3, and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release, put the cap on and discard again. Keep the casualty laid down with their legs elevated until the emergency services arrive. If at any point the casualty becomes unconscious and stops breathing, start CPR.
Fantastic. So that is how we would help somebody in an anaphylactic attack. Now we have a variety of resources available for you to look further into allergies and anaphylaxis. There are two fantastic charities, Allergy UK and Anaphylaxis UK, which support people with allergies and with anaphylactic allergies. You can also learn more on the NHS website. You can have a look into our training tool, Allergy Pal, which is free to use from Wakefield Council. You can also look more into the 14 food allergens that have been identified by the FSA and learn more about Natasha's Law, which is how restaurants and food catering businesses make sure that food is allergy safe. And of course, you can look into attending a training course with Here for Business. At Here for Business, we run a variety of different training courses. Most importantly, we have our first aid courses, which will cover anaphylaxis training and allow you to have an experience with an auto-injector. We also deliver a variety of food safety training, including allergen awareness training, and we deliver this both in person and online. So please get in touch if you have any training questions or any further questions about anaphylaxis. Please go and have a look at some of our other webinars, continue to learn, and thank you so much for taking the time today.